Kalispera pedia. In this video, I'm going to share with you the things that you should never do when coming to Greece. Number one, nah, never do the mutah. If you're Greek, give me a rating on the scale 1 to 10 how well I pronounce that word. Showing your palm like this to somebody's face is very, very rude. Greeks understand that this is a universal sign of saying hi, so don't be worried or paranoid that you're not going to be able to say hello like this or hi, you know? In order to show your hand like this to somebody's face, you have to do certain expressions, actually. You have to do it with an intention. And here in Greece, we do it like this, nah, or nah. Or you can do it as well with a double palm, which is very, very offensive. When you're here in Greece, never show your palm just like that to somebody's face because it's considered very, very rude. That's why this expression is the number one thing to never do while you're here in Greece. I love this expression because it's something that I do this to myself all the time. I actually practice this by doing like this, nah. When I f up or when I do a mistake, I do something that is horribly wrong, I go to myself like that, nah, nah de malaca. Take it a step further, you can do it with your other palm on top of it and go, nah, 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 nah. Number two, never show up empty-handed when invited to a Greek home. This is common in other cultures as well, to be invited for a dinner and showing up with a gift, with a little bit of a sweet or a bottle of wine is a classic universal thing to bring to someone's home. So if you are invited to a home, make sure that you bring a small gift. Number three, don't ignore the locals. It's common for people to stare. If you're in a Greek horion, a village, and you're walking by and you're a tourist, it's very common for a babu or a yaya to just stare at you. This is not considered something rude. You should actually say hello, say yeah. That's a common thing to say. So don't be offended if somebody's staring at you here in Greece. It's very, very common, in fact. But as a foreigner, it's very easy to feel a little bit apprehensive or feel a little bit awkward that they're looking at you. They don't mean bad. They're just checking you out. It's perfectly normal and it's part of the culture. The right thing for you to do is to say hello, okay? Or just say hi or just smile. This is kind of like an unwritten rule. It's kind of like, it's not something that you're gonna read in a book. This is just something that is part of the culture. And even to this day, if I feel that someone is staring at me, I don't take offense. I actually engage and participate in a conversation or just saying hi and nodding and say hello, kalimera. It's something that is part of the culture. But for you as a foreigner, it can be a little bit intimidated and feel a little bit awkward that they're staring at you while you're passing by and it's quite clear that you're a tourist. Number four, never, ever decline food. When you are with a Greek and they're offering you food, never, ever decline food.
Yeah. Ian is a vegetarian. He doesn't eat meat.
He don't eat no meat?
No, he doesn't eat meat.
What do you mean he don't eat no meat? Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I make lamb. Come. 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 Dance.
It doesn't matter how full you are. It doesn't matter if you don't want it, if you don't have the appetite. Just don't decline food. This is kind of like an unwritten rule, again, in the culture. Greeks might say that it's no big deal, but it is a big deal. It's actually taken as an offense. And it's actually very common for someone to just feed you like a baby. This is perfectly normal to just actually grab and say, hey, I just made this sweet, check it out. You want to taste it? Or hey, check out that moussaka I just prepared. Is it okay? Listen, in other cultures, it's perfectly normal to say like, hey, I have just eaten, I'm not hungry. Here in Greece, it doesn't work like that. You have to carry on eating and eating. Actually, when you go to a taverna and you order the bill, they're going to bring you some sweet. They might even bring you some raki. So don't expect to go to a taverna, stuff yourself with food, order the bill, and then expect to leave immediately. It's not just about eating and going, okay? So take it easy, carry on eating, and never refuse food. Which brings me to my next point. Number five, never go Dutch. Here in Greece, we do not split the bill. It's very common for people to go out, family, friends, and have a big gathering in a Greek taverna, and then at the end, someone is gonna pay for the whole bill. This is very, very common. Okay, you have to be prepared to pay the whole bill. One of the Greek strategies that we do here is that at the end of the meal, we will go and say like, hey, I'm just gonna go into the loo, I'm just gonna go to the toilet. And as I am going to the toilet, I actually pay for the bill on my way back to the table. This is classic Greek behavior when it comes down to paying the bill. In other cultures, it's perfectly normal to split the bill and say like, hey, I only ate this and you ate more or whatever. It's perfectly normal. But here in Greece, we don't do this. It's very common for people to just fight over the bill at the end of a nice meal, at the end of a nice gathering and sharing. Here in Greece, we share the food. When we go out, we're sharing. It takes honor for someone to say like, I'm taking care of this. Next time, you will pay for the bill. This is something that we do here in Greece, by the way. One time, a friend of mine came to visit me here to Greece, and we went to a mesodopolio, and we were having a little bit of mese and some chipuro. And at the end of it, my friend said to the waiter to split the bill. My face dropped completely because I was the one making the orders here. I was the one who was talking Greek, and I felt a little bit ashamed to actually translate that to the waiter and say like, yeah, we're gonna split the bill. This is perfectly normal in other cultures, but here in Greece, there's no way I was gonna let that happen. Obviously, that was not gonna happen on my watch, so I paid for the bill. My friend insisted on actually dividing the bill in order for me not to pay for his food and for his drink. But I told him that this is what we do here in Greece, and to not feel uncomfortable about it because this is part of the culture. I'm gonna pay for the whole meal, the drinks, the whole lot. It's part of the culture. I cannot deny it, you know? I cannot just go with it. And with that being said, my friend, thank you so much for all the love and support. Σας ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Σας αγαπάω πάρα πολύ. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like this video as well. And I'll see you in another video, my friend.